The situation in Tonga remains unclear tonight, with the Pacific nation almost in a communication blackout following a volcanic eruption that triggered a tsunami.
The weather pattern have changed either because of the El Nino effect and so on. And as a consequence of that, it's affected production because it has confused our coffee tree.
Damage world, we don't want that, don't we? Hi, I am Aisha, following my teammates Anis and Iqbal, and today we'll discover the phenomenon of climate change, specifically in Timor-Leste. Due to its geographic, topography and socio-economic condition, Timor-Leste has been considered as one of the top 10 countries most at risk of disasters. By 2030, the Timor-Leste population may reach 1.6 million people. About 70% of the population lives in rural areas, and a majority of which derive their livelihoods from agriculture. The agriculture is vulnerable to climate variability and change. The frequency and intensity of extreme climate events such as drought, flood, and landslide is increasing, creating risks and challenges, and mostly impact vulnerable rural communities. In addition, changing environmental conditions can lead to an increased risk of crop failure and livestock mortality in the agriculture sector, which can undermine food security and increase rates of malnutrition.
Currently in Timor-Leste, it is estimated that 17 children under the age of 5 die every day because of their illness caused by poor water and sanitation. Extreme drought in the 2015-2016 affected Timor-Leste farming communities that put crops and animals under immense water stress. Nearly half of the country planted area for maize and rice was affected by extreme drought, and more than half affected population report loss of livestock. It was estimated that 50% of households affected and experienced severely food insecure. First, addressing the needs of indigenous and vulnerable community and groups. This sector is extremely important in Timor-Leste as approximately 80% of the population is dependent on agriculture for their livelihoods. In terms of future conditions, climate models show that Timor-Leste will experience major increase in both temperature and rainfall, which will have significant implications for livelihood and food security. To respond to this issue, the Government Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries (MAF) will help the agriculture and fisheries sector by reducing the vulnerability of farmers and pastoralists to increase drought and flood events. For instance, implementing a cover crop where is a plant that is used primarily to slow erosion, improve soil health, enhance water availability, smooth the weeds, help control pests and disease, increase biodiversity, and bring a host of other benefits to farm, thus reducing the risk of climate change. Besides that, irrigation efficiency can also be improved through alternative farming practices such as crop rotation and compensation tillage. Crop rotation can be implemented by planting the crop according to season and soil conditions. Meanwhile, compensation tillage can be implemented by leaving a previous year's crop residue on the field to reduce soil erosion and runoff. Thus, it will help to improve soil moisture compensation.
The second strategy is improving public health services to deal with climate-related issues. According to World Health Organization, the most common health risks posed by climate change in Timor-Leste include vector-borne disease such as malaria, dengue fever, heat-related mortality, undernutrition, diarrhea disease due to the extreme weather events. In response to this issue, the government established surveillance for early warning systems and response mechanisms for climate-related health risks. By developing this system, it can greatly enhance the capacity of health system to prepare and adapt to climate-sensitive disease. The surveillance combines multiple systems such as disease and weather surveillance to improve the use of information for detecting, investigating, and responding to public health threats. Importantly, this surveillance can enhance the preparedness of health system via early warning systems. This system aims to anticipate risks and trigger early warning responses to reduce impact and prepare for effective response.
Third strategy is improving water resources management under climate change. Curiously enough, do you know that in rural areas, communities rely on women and girls to collect water for the whole household? Difficulties associated with water availability tend to fall on the shoulders of women. The distance of water sources is an issue at Timor-Leste as the source of water is 30 minutes away until the woman and girl have to spend up to 3 hours just to collect water. Not only that, Timor-Leste does not have adequate investment for infrastructure and the capacity to manage water resources services. Hence, based on World Bank 2018, it will result in a low-level water management efficiency and effectiveness, and the country will be highly vulnerable to climate change. To overcome this issue, Ministry of Public Works and Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries created and enhanced water harvesting, water distribution, and management systems to avoid water shortage due to climate change.
To sum up, there is no debate about this. Climate change will definitely impact the young and future generations. This global issue has the potential to take away everything we take for granted for these days and age. Our stable home will be flooded over and our crops won't be able to grow because of the increased heat. And most importantly, our family will have shorter and harder life. If we don't take immediate action against this climate change, this world may be unchangeable. So, it may seem drastic, but if you contribute to the climate change, then you are actually contributing and destroying your family's future.
Bear in mind, awareness without action is worthless.
Don't pretend climate change is not happening.
We have to take actions before it's too late.
Stop climate change.
Stop climate change!
Stop climate change.
Stop climate change.
Stop climate change!
Stop climate change.
Stop climate change.